Assalamualaikum. Today's topic is unit number 1. In unit number 1 today we will read lesson number 1, which is the farewell sermon. Today we will do reading of farewell sermon from page number 3 to page number 4. Class second year, subject English. This is book for second year and this is the title of unit number 1. Unit number 1 is vision and mission. So the unit number 1 contains 3 readings. First one is the farewell sermon, which is a speech. Second one is Jinnah's vision of Pakistan, which is again a speech. Third one is the blades of grass, which is a poem. So in unit number 1, which is vision and mission, today we will read the farewell sermon. The farewell sermon. The farewell means alvidai, sermon means khutbah. रसूल पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का अलविदाई खुतबा. So what is farewell sermon? Most of you will be familiar of khutbah hujjatul wida. Most of you may have read it in your Urdu or Islamiyat curriculum. So can you recall the main points of khutbah hujjatul wida? Now coming to the reading. This sermon the Holy Prophet ﷺ delivered on the 9th day of Zulhijjah 10 AH 632 CE. 10 AH means after Hijri and 632 CE. CE stands for the time since the reputed date of birth of the Christ. Hazrat Isa alayhi salam की पैदाइश के बाद का दौर और after Hijri means Hijrat के बाद. So after Hijri means 10th AH. In the Urana valley of Mount Arafat in Makkah, at the end of his first and last pilgrimage to Makkah. So this was a sermon which is delivered by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the 9th day of Zulhijjah 10 AH after Hijri, when there was Hajj in Zulhijjah, the 9th day of Zulhijjah 10th AH after Hijri, in the Urana valley of Mount Arafat. Mount Arafat, Mount means Pahar. Mount Arafat means Pahar, Arafat ka Pahar. Urana valley, Urana Wadi of Mount Arafat. अरफात के पहाड़ की यूराना वादी में ये खुतबा दिया. At the end of his first and last pilgrimage of Makkah. At the end of his first and last pilgrimage of Makkah, अपने पहले और आखिरी हज के इख्तिताम पर ये खुतबा दिया. So the sermon was delivered by Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam on 9th day of Zulhijjah 10 AH in the Urana valley of Mount Arafat at the end of his first and last pilgrimage to Makkah. So this was his first and last pilgrimage to Makkah. Pilgrimage means Hajj. उनका ये पहला और आखिरी हज था. The farewell sermon is mentioned in almost all books of Hadith. Sahih al-Bukhari refers to the sermon and quotes part of it. The farewell sermon is mentioned. Mention means zikr kiya gaya hai in almost all books of Hadith. It is mentioned in almost all book of Ahadith. Sahih al-Bukhari is the name of the book, refers to the sermon and quotes part of it. Sahih al-Bukhari में भी इसका हवाला दिया गया है and quotes part of it and quotes और लिखा गया है, जिक्र किया गया है, parts of it, इसके एक हिस्से का जिक्र किया गया है. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal has given the longest and perhaps the most complete version of this sermon is Musnad. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal has given the longest and perhaps the most complete version. He has discussed, he has described it completely. He has, Imam Ibn Hanbal has described this sermon completely in his Musnad. Musnad, what is Musnad? Musnad is a book in which the rank of Ashab is listed alphabetically, and he has mentioned this sermon completely in his Musnad. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam led the pilgrims from Makkah through the valley of Mina and up to the mountain of Arafat, and then stopped them in the valley of Urana. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam led means he was leading, rehnumai karna, he was guiding the pilgrims from Makkah through the valley of Medina. So he was guiding him, he was leading him to the valley of from Makkah से through the valley of Mina, Makkah से वादी मिना के रास्ते up to the mountain of Arafat, Arafat की पहाड़ी तक लेकर गए, and then stopped them in the valley of Urana, and then they stopped in the valley of Urana. They stood in front of him silently as he sat on his camel and delivered this sermon. They stood in front of him. Him means in front of Rasul Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So as Rasul Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam sat on his camel, all of them stood silently in front of Rasul Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then Rasul Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam delivered his last sermon. With a crowd of over 120,000 pilgrims, pilgrims means Haji, his voice could not reach out to all those who were present. So 120,000 crowd is a very big crowd, and it is not possible that the voice of Prophet ﷺ reach to the whole crowd. He therefore asked Rabah ibn Umayyah ibn Khalaf, who was known to have a loud voice, to repeat the sermon after him, sentence by sentence, so that everyone could hear. So the sermon was not audible to the whole crowd, so he therefore asked Rabah ibn Umayyah ibn Khalaf, who was known, Rabah ibn Umayyah ibn Khalaf was known for his loud voice, so he repeated the sermon after him, after Rasul Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he kept on repeating the sentence after sentence, sentence by sentence, the sermon of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so it may be audible to the rest of the crowd. The sermon is as follows. So the sermon is as follows. It is described as: after praising and thanking Allah, after praising means tarif bayan karna, and thanking Allah, the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, O people, lend me an attentive ear. O people, lend me an attentive ear, for I know not whether after this year I shall be amongst you again. O people, a logo, lend me an attentive ear. So listen me carefully, for I do not know whether after this year I shall ever be amongst you again. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying that he himself do not know that after this year he will be amongst us or not. So he is saying that मुझे भी नहीं मालूम कि इस साल के बाद मैं आपके दरमियान मौजूद होऊंगा या नहीं. Therefore listen to what I am saying to you very carefully, and take these words to those who could not be present here today. So he gives this obligation to the people who were present there, that to take these words to those who are not present here today. So to deliver these words to those who are not present here today. आज जो यहाँ मौजूद नहीं हैं उन तक ये अल्फाज पहुँचा दो. O people, just as you regard this month, this day, this city as sacred, so regard the life and property of every Muslim as a sacred trust. O people, just as you regard this month, as you respect this month, this day, this city as sacred. This city as sacred, जिस तरह इस शहर को मुक़द्दस मानते हो. Sacred means मुक़द्दस. So regard the life and property of every Muslim. So regard means respect the life and property. Property means माल. Assets of every Muslim as a sacred trust. मुक़द्दस अमानत के तौर पर उसको उसकी हिफाजत करो. Return the goods insured to you. Return the goods. Goods means things, अशिया. Entrusted to you. Entrusted means अमानत दी गई हैं. To you, to their rightful owners. Rightful means असल मालिकान को वापस कर दो. Hurt no one so that no one may hurt you. Do not harm anyone so no one will harm you. Remember that you will indeed meet your Lord. Remember, याद रखो, that you will indeed, बिलाशुबा तुम्हें मिलना है, your Lord अल्लाह के सामने हाजिर होना है, and that he will indeed reckon your deeds. Reckon means मुहासबा करना. Reckon means when to take into account, जब आपसे जवाबदही होगी. When you will be answerable to your Lord. Your deeds means your actions. So you will be answerable in front of your God about your actions. Allah has forgiven you to take usury means interest. Allah has forbidden you. Forbidden means मना किया है. To take usury means सूद. अल्लाह ने सूद लेने से मना किया है. Therefore all interest obligations shall henceforth be waived. Therefore all interest obligations shall henceforth be waived. Obligation means वाजिबुल अदा. Henceforth इसीलिए waived. Waived means तर्क कर देना. So अब तक तमाम वाजिबुल अदा सूद वसूल करना तर्क कर दो. Your capital. Capital means your invested money. However is yours to keep. तुम्हारा सरमाया तुम्हारा है, अपने पास रखो. You will neither inflict nor suffer any inequality. You will not suffer any inequality. Allah has judged that there shall be no interest. Allah has judged, Allah has decided, फैसला किया है that there shall no interest के कोई सूद नहीं लिया जाएगा. Beware of Satan. Satan means शैतान. For the safety of your religion. So you have to be careful from shaitan for the safety of your religion. He has lost all hope. He has lost all hope that he will ever be able to lead you astray in big things. Astray means off the correct path. सही रास्ते से भटक जाना. So he has lost all hopes. नाउमीद हो गया है. शैतान नाउमीद हो गया है. He will ever be able to lead you astray in big things. So he is hopeless in making you astray in big things. बड़े कामों में शैतान तुम्हें भटकाने से मायूस हो चुका है. So beware of the following him in small things. Following him, उसकी पैरवी से होशियार रहो. In small things, छोटी चीज़ों में उसकी पैरवी से होशियार रहो. O people, it is true that you have certain rights with regards to your women. It is true, it is reality that you have certain few rights with regards to your women. औरतों के मामले में तुम्हें कुछ हकूक़ हासिल हैं. But they also have rights over you. But they also have rights over you. उनके भी आप पर हकूक़ हैं. बट दे ऑल्सो हैव राइट्स ओवर यू, लेकिन उनको भी आप पर हकूक़ हासिल हैं. रिमेंबर that you have taken them as your wives only under Allah's trust and with His permission. That you have taken them as your wives, तुमने उनको अपनी बीवियां बनाया है. Under Allah's trust, अल्लाह की अमानत, and with His permission, और उसकी इजाज़त से. If they abide by your right, अगर वो तुम्हारे हक़ का पास रखती हैं, then to them belongs the right to be fed and clothed in kindness. Then to be them belongs to right, उनका भी तुम पे हक़ है to be fed and clothed in kindness, कि उनको अच्छे कपड़े दिए जाएं और उनको खूब मेहरबानी से खिलाया जाए. Do treat your women well. So treat your women well. Well mean husn सलूक. And be kind to them for they are your partners. और उनके साथ मेहरबान रहो, for they are your partners, वो तुम्हारी शरीक हैं. And committed helpers and devoted helpers, और तुम्हारी सच्ची मददगार हैं. And it is your right that they do not make friends. And it is your right, और ये तुम्हारा हक़ है that they do not make friends with anyone of whom, they do not make friends, वो ताल्लुक़ ना रखें with anyone of whom you do not approve, जिसकी तुम इजाज़त नहीं देते. As well as never to be unchaste and never to be unchaste, chaste, and never to be unchaste. Unchaste means कभी भी बेहयाई का काम ना करें. So it was a sermon of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in which he is reminding the people of the rights of their wives, the rights of women having over their husbands, and rights of husbands having over their wives. So we will continue our topic in the next lecture. Activity: you have to learn meanings of difficult words. Thank you.